Hi, it's Sue. Welcome back to my channel today. I am going to attempt the 100-day challenge, and I don't know how I'll go, but I will try. I may not post every day, but I will craft every day, so I'll do something every day, but I might just do one post a week or a couple, just because it takes a long time for me to edit videos and get them loaded really onto YouTube. So I've got to try and make it work in with the rest of the day. Okay, I'm a bit out of breath. I've just rushed upstairs. It keeps raining here and I'm desperately trying to get things dry outside. It's silly really, I don't know why I bother. Anyway, as part of the 100-day challenge, what I thought was that I would work in a kind of a glue book. I call them my everyday book. You know, I've shared them before. But for this one, I thought I would make a ring-bound book and I would make that part of the challenge. So day one will be assembling my ring-bound journal, everyday journal, or everyday book. I don't know whether I'll journal in it, probably not. I've got 2 or 3 journals on the go. So basically that's the plan. And I thought this time, for my front cover, and the back cover for that matter, I'm going to use these. These are colouring postcards from The Secret Garden. I have a book of 20 postcards and they're beautiful. I don't think I've coloured one, to be honest. They've been sitting on my bookshelf for a long time. I've got the larger book of the colouring pieces and I have coloured a couple of those. But I thought these were quite a nice thickness. And I've picked 2. I've picked this one and the one with the bugs on. So that will go on the back. And the floral one will go on the front. And I may even colour them. Who knows? So what I thought was that to make them just that little bit sturdier, I would do my usual laminating of book papers. And what I thought was I'd laminate 4 book pages, cut to size, and then glue those onto the back of my postcard and finalise with a piece of tea-dyed paper. Okay, so I've actually done the front cover and I've got that sitting under a heavy book at the moment. And I thought I'd just show you how I go about this. Basically, I've glued those 2 pages. Now for the second set of 2, we'll glue those, and I'm using a wet glue. But this isn't a water-based glue. This is a bit like your collal glue in the UK. And I don't know, I wouldn't say it was Fabri-Tac, but it was that kind of thing, you know. And it's very good. I buy this from our local hardware store, Bunnings, for you Aussie girls. It's called Boyles. And I think I've shared it before. They do a clear one and they also do a white one. Don't quite know what's the difference, but I must say I went for the clear one. Okay. So just marry those all up. All the corners. Just spread the glue a bit with a brayer. So this is what I tend to do, glue them 2 together and then add 2 to 2, if you see what I mean. So if I was doing 6, I would add 3 sets of 2 and then add them together. If it's an odd number, well, fair enough, you do as many as you can in 2 and then the last one goes on. I mean, on this one I'm going to add a piece of tea-dyed paper, so that makes it an odd number if you like. Right, so more glue around the edge, not quite to the edge. I don't want it to seep through if I can help it. I just end up getting in a sticky mess if that happens. That should do it. Yeah, go gentle with the brayer, Mrs. Walsh, because you can, at this stage, you can just move the paper across just by pressing too hard or being too firm with the roller. Okay. So there we are. And I've got a piece of tea stain paper here. And what I'll do, I'll just mark around the edge of this. And then I favour a craft knife just to cut that out. So how are you doing today? Are you getting a bit of crafting done? Or are you still busy with that other work that you have to do, that you don't particularly want to do, but you have to, like housework? We had to go out this morning, and we had to be out quite early for us. So I said, right, let's get my shopping list organised and get that done at the same time. So we had quite an organised morning for us. And it was raining when we left, but dry as we came back. And I think we had about, can't remember what Ian said now, about 39 mil overnight, which was quite a bit, well needed. The grass was all starting to look a bit dry, so it was a good thing. We just hope that it's, doesn't forget to stop. It's that time of year. February the 24th was when we experienced our first flood. I mean, nothing too catastrophic for us, but it was scary all the same. And then I think March 2 years ago was when the land here got inundated and we were underwater. It was like having a moat all round the house. The house was fine, but you couldn't wander beyond the swimming pool or, it was a carry-on. The water tanks got carried away and, oh dear, horrendous. What am I doing? Stop talking. Oh no, that's right. Okay, yes. Don't mind me. Can't talk and craft. And by the looks of things, I'm going to have to do a bit of trimming. But I like to wait until that glue is well dry before I trim. Okay, and now for the tea-dyed paper. Spread that around a little bit. So that's the front and the back page done, ready to go. I'm going to put that under my heavy book, just over here to the side. Okay. And now for the pages, I'm thinking that I'm going to have to split this in two because I'm going to ring bind them. I'm going to add 25 sheets. Okay, and I will be sort of doing tip-ins probably, so by starting with the 25 I know I'm going to have plenty. And I've picked a few smaller ones. These were greeting cards. And this paper is, this is a craft pad. I'll show it you. It's the Aussie Girls. I bought this in Spotlight the other day. It's a French bill, designer squares, little wattle bird. So it's very Australian. And the colours are beautiful. A bit different for me, a bit darker than oh, sorry. There's the front page. I think it was about $12, this little book. But you can very quickly, I mean, lovely. I love that page. Look at that. Isn't that nice? And you've got your pinks and each of the reverse of each is a plain colour, and it's a plain colour featured in this side. So that's great. You know, it may well be that you work on the plain side and leave the other side as is. Who knows? We'll see as we go through. So I've added, as I say, 25 sheets, and I've put in a couple of these, which are Project Life cards. Some of these I've flicked around the other way. This is the back off another of my purchases in Spotlight. I haven't been in Spotlight for ages. And I was in there the other day, and I picked up quite a few bits and bobs. But this I thought was really good, and I'm probably very late to this party. This was a pack, look at this, American Crafts, no wonder. A pack of stacks, this is it here, of bits and bobs, ephemera pieces, fussy cuts. I mean, there are gold embossed, there's some pretty little images. There was all sorts in here. Look at some of these. Are lovely. Vellum sheets, floral sheets. There's even a tag in there, look. Too far away, aren't I? There you go. Really, really pretty. So I'm going to be, I would say I'll be using some of these. So nice. Oops, smaller pieces. Really chuffed about those. They only had a couple on the shelf in ours, but as I say, I'm probably very late to that party. But I picked one up. They had a different one that was sort of blues and a bit more water themed, I guess. I left those on the shelf, but I thought these were quite good. I've also included some, this is Tim Holtz cardstock that I've had for years. This goes back to card making days. So I've put some of that in that sort of blends. I've got a couple of odd bits and bobs that I've picked up along the way, card size, and I thought they'd be useful. So they've gone in. This is clearly a printable that I've printed at some stage, so I've put that in. More. Love that colour. This is another piece that I've obviously made at some stage. I've popped that in. More Project Life. A postcard, which I thought was quite nice. That's in. Oh, this is Windermere, on the lake at Windermere. Beautiful house that's gorgeous. What do they call it? Blackwell. Yeah, lovely. It's an arts and crafts house. It's really, really nice inside. It looks equally at home, you know, in 2020 as it did way back then. So there we go. They're my 25 pieces. And what I'm going to do is just make sure that I've got them in the order that I want them and positioned the way I want them. There aren't too many smaller pieces, so it shouldn't be too difficult. And then I will bind them, and I'll come back when I'm ready to do that. Okay, won't be a sec. Okay, so I've got the binder here ready to go. And because some of these pages are a different size, it might be a bit, I might be doing a few of them individually, but the majority of them are 6 inches wide. So they fit with the template that I made. And it's just a case of lining that up on the card and setting it into the cutting machine and then just punching. Okay, and this one is, what is this? 2, 4, 5 and 2 3/8, 5 and 3/8. So the centre of that would be, let's do it this way around. Sorry, can you see what I'm doing there? I'm just getting a rough idea. I mean, it doesn't matter too much, but will I worry about this? Do you know what? I'm not going to. I want this to be at the top. The next sheet is this one, and I think I want this one to sit at the top, so that you see a bit of that red down below. So what I'm going to do is use my template and just go ahead, and it's basically cut using 3 inches as the centre point. Okay. Whoops, sorry, I hit you with the paper. So yeah, I'm going to go through. You don't have to watch me do this. I mean, it's a bit monotonous, really. We get there in the end, but I can use that to line everything up. Okay, one more, and then I'll carry on and either speed it up or play you some speed it up and play you some music, or go off and do it and come back. Actually, I'll go off and do it and come back when it's done. Okay, now I went ahead and punched the front and the back page because this thing makes a noise and it will rock the table. All of my cards have been punched, and I've actually added 3 tags and a little piece of ephemera there. So now all that remains is to bind them. Now, I'm thinking that I might use a 1-inch binding pin. I'll just grab one of these. 6. Just get my snips. There we go. that over there. Other side. I can go back in there so I don't lose them. Right, so if I put them in the right order, that's the front cover and the insects are the back cover. And I stitched around these just to be 100% sure of that glue. Yeah, but what you have to do is bring that back cover all the way around to the front, like that. Okay, so let's just thread these all on. One, just making sure I don't miss anything because I've got a couple of pieces that are that bit smaller. If they were all the same size, it would be easy. But because I'm just wanting to make sure that I pick up every piece, I'm going through individually. Okay. And that's it. So we've got the inch. So we need to move this out to 1 inch. Oops. And there it is there. It's the 1 inch. And then we hold it that way. Okay, so that is correct. It goes in like this. And we hold the top up. Like so. And push that down. There you are. So that's day 1. Everyday journal is done. See you in the next one. Bye.